Hi, everybody. It's the Me and My Boyfriend Nicole podcast. My name's Aurora.
And I'm the boyfriend, Nicole.
Hi. And Aurora may be the one falling asleep at the end of the podcast today.
You're going on like 2 hours of sleep.
2 hours of sleep. Earlier today, I walked around this big-ass mall in Nashville.
Right.
Did a lap around there.
And
shopped.
Didn't you have a snack
Then I came
that?
home. No, I didn't do it before.
I thought you did there.
No, I did it on the way home.
Oh, okay.
On the way home from there, about 1 o'clock, took a CBD brownie. Went on a journey. So serious. You know what? Whenever I do anything like that, it makes me realize exactly how visual of a person I am.
Yeah?
I'd be seeing some shit.
Did you see colors?
I did.
Were the colors talking to you?
They weren't talking to me, but like, it was at one point where, I don't know how to describe it. So, you know how like you'll have an image and then like you'll have the shadow of that image behind it, like in a different color?
Okay.
It's like a digital art like image that I can see in my head. But it was like that. It's like an echo. Like a shadow. And look, it'll be different colors. Like it's like pink, yellow, blue.
What was it?
It was me. I had all those little versions of myself like popping out of myself. Like in my mind's eye. And I was like on the farthest layer.
You sure it was CBD?
Yeah. That's just how visual of a person I am. I see a lot of images when I like, even just in my day-to-day.
Sounds like you were going through some shit.
I was going through some shit. Let me tell you. I was laying on the bed back there and I was just like, sup. And like I wanted to go to sleep so bad, but my mom was like, yeah. And then I didn't want to sleep through you coming, so like I was trying to stay awake.
That sounded so funny.
Yeah. I didn't want to sleep through you coming, yeah.
That was me showing up at her home.
Yes. Because you're supposed to come over, we're supposed to hang out, which is what we're doing now. But I was like, okay, I can't fall asleep, you know. And then I don't know. So 2 hours sleep, CBD brownie. Then you're like, let's drink some wine. I was like, fuck it.
Some rosé.
Had some rosada.
Then we made some sushi bowls.
Yep. So now I'm like, yo, you getting real honest raw roar right now. Good luck.
So what does it for you?
Choking.
Battery cables.
No, not the battery cables. Baby girl does it for me. Really, you know, just being right.
Hi, Daddy.
Hi. What's up? What to do, boo?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Let it go. So.
I'm just watching the dog. You know what? That is beautiful right there. Figgy goes out of her way to make sure her bed is as comfortable as possible.
Right.
And then she finally rests.
Yes.
And truly enjoys it. I think that's beautiful.
Oh, you definitely can respect that.
Mm-hmm.
I just toss off whatever's on top of the bed, pillows, whatever.
I make my bed to get in it. I mean, I make my bed in the morning time, but if I'm rushing and I don't make my bed, I will make my bed at night.
Right.
Only to turn it back down again.
Okay.
Immediately after. I need to feel comfortable in my space.
I know, and I love you for that. And you and I are so much alike in so many wonderful ways, and so different in other ways. I only make my bed, like, if you're coming over to hang out. And even then, it's half the time. I'm like... Or, if I, like, you know, like, really clean my room and, like, do stuff. Or, you know, if I had a special friend that came over. But I don't have guests in my home.
Yeah. I always, to me, doesn't matter how clean your room is. It could be spotless. But if your bed is not made, your room will look messy.
Okay, Grandma.
I'm just saying. It's true.
No. My bed looks lived in and it looks very comfortable. And it calls to me.
It is.
It doesn't like to be claustrophobic with the blanket all tight.
But see, to me, that's what comfort looks like.
That's you.
I know, I'm just saying in general. Like, I think it's funny. It's like, my brother and I are the same way. Like, we have to have the bed neat before we can get back in it.
That's because y'all have the same mom.
Yeah.
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 And the same grandma.
Uh-huh.
That's a Nana thing.
Right. There were times when I was younger I didn't have a bed. So, I'm just saying.
Amen.
To see my pillows, like, from where I woke up and they're all, like, crumpled. And to see, like, my sheets and blankets and my fuzzy blanket, like, pushed down and stuff. And then I, like, go in my room for something or get home from work and I see my spot there and I'm just like, oh, it's calling to me. It's like, come back to me.
Come back to me.
I'm like, I'm coming.
Question, when you get out of the bed, are your blankets neat or have you, like, tossed and turned?
Lucy sleeps in the fucking bed with me. What the fuck
mind.
do you
You're
think?
right.
I have a big ass pit bull. A needy, clingy freaking pit bull who wants to be spooned appropriately and her belly rubbed every night to go to sleep, or will scratch me. You saw this. She will literally put her paw right in my face and be like, excuse me.
Lucy knows what she wants, okay?
She'll rub my face until I do it.
And she will, she demands
She
it.
will not stop. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
She's almost as big as me. Yes. And like so many large things, thinks that she is a lap dog. A puppy. I don't know.
It's because she's always been taught that way.
And I love her.
And you spoon her, don't you?
Yeah. Not every time. Because now I'm like, bitch, you're huge. And I'm tired. Who spoons me? Okay,
maybe I would have been a little spoon.
Maybe if I had someone spooning me here and there,
we could
then maybe I'd be more willing to. But sometimes I'm just like, no, I don't want to. And I will roll over. And she'll put her paw on the back of my head. Or
like,
my shoulder.
excuse me, ma'am.
Excuse me. So, are they crinkled? How dare you?
I'm just wondering. Because when Jay sleeps, like I've noticed this, like his bed is, like it looked like an atomic bomb went off in there. Oh, yeah. I'm like, who you fighting in your sleep like that? What's going on in there? When I wake up, all my beds are just still the exact same way. It's nice and neat.
You're so weird. I love you.
It's just some shit I noticed. I think it says a lot about somebody. How they wake up in the morning. Right. Like what their bed looks like.
What's it say, Aurora? I
just think it's interesting. Like it's kind of like indicative of your type of sleep. Yeah.
I'm comatose.
Yeah, and I think that's what it is. I think you and Jay get really, like, deep, good sleep.
Right.
So you're just, like, not worried about.
Which is so funny because you're more insomnia, right? So to me, I would just think that your bed would look crazier than ours because you constantly tossing and turning, can't sleep, whatever. We're dead to the world. I don't have any idea what happens when I sleep, you know?
Yeah.
Because I'm, like, out, you know? And then I wake up and I'm like, la, 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 the birds are singing. And I just wake up like, oh, it's so wonderful. And then wipe the drool off my face. You know. And, yeah, it looks crazy in there. Yeah.
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 I don't know. Interesting shit.
Right? Yours looks like it was barely slept in. Which is funny, too. It goes with our personalities.
It does.
It does. You're much more control, and everything has a place and, like, has to be a certain way. And I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. I showed up.
Just be happy I'm here, okay? I put effort in to show up.
Right? Yes.
Anyway. So, what were we talking about today? Wasn't that?
Was it effort? No.
I mean, we could talk about effort.
Go for it. Whatever Aurora wants. Aurora gets.
Talk about knowing our worth and demanding higher expectations. Like today, I don't want to air your business, but I think it said a lot that you, at work, you a boss bitch.
Yes.
And you don't ask anybody to do anything. You're like, no. I'm telling you.
I didn't ask.
Didn't ask.
I'm telling you. Yes. And we were talking about how when I started said job, I'm always myself. Would you not agree?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'm always myself, like 100%. Like, no judgment, as we love to say.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's different. I feel like you have, correct me if I'm wrong, different parts of your personality that come out when you're in different situations.
Yes, 100%.
I don't. You've worked with me. You've played with me. You've bossed me around. I feel like I'm just always me.
Yes, I would agree that you're pretty authentic, but I think there are still certain parts of you that come out more depending on the situation. Like when you're
absolutely. When I'm what?
Like when you're home, like you're definitely like on the softer side, but I feel like at work, because you're just comfortable. Like you can tell how comfortable you are.
Yeah, but I mean, well, I think anytime I start any job, which maybe a lot of people are like this, I think some people are total opposite. I feel like you're the total opposite. I go in always, with the best attitude and nice and, learning out everything and stuff like that. A lot of times I'm probably more quiet. Shocker. But then as time goes on and people want to act a fool or try me, right? Then a different side of me comes out.
I'm a sleeper cell up in that bitch.
Yeah.
I straight up am. I'm quiet, nice to everybody, mind my own business. I am observing the whole time. Learning all the secrets, taking them right back to the organization.
You know what that took me back to?
What?
When we worked at the place that shall not be named.
Uh-huh.
And it was the middle of like lunch rush, like balls to the wall, slam. We didn't have enough people as it was. And then the boss bitch at that time had you go to the office and start vacuuming her office.
Yeah.
And you were like, what? Are you serious? She's like, yes, I need you to do that right now. You were like, huh?
That's how you know I'm about to be like, I'm about to turn up. If I do the huh? If you hear me say, huh? You already know you've awoken something, and I'm like, I did not comprehend clearly because I know you didn't say what I thought you said.
Girl, I have never, at that point, seen you have so much attitude just in the way you flipped your hair and sauntered your ass across that place. You said, what? And you look back over your shoulder with crazy eyes like, this isn't really happening. It's like someone's punking me.
I was genuinely like...
You were so perturbed and pissed.
Because it was so stupid.
It was so ludicrous. Yes.
I was like in the middle of... Because legitimately dead fucking middle of a lunch rush. You want me to go vacuum the office? This is what we need right now in this moment. Right here.
Well.
This is you.
Yeah, well.
Okay.
She was a little off.
Well.
Yes.
That's besides the point.
And she didn't like you. I'm not going to tell any of the other managers or anyone else that I'm making you do this. It's just going to look like you're a bitch. And you're just going, you just don't feel like doing anything. Go
Fuck
vacuum.
it. Fuck it. Yeah. Me, sure. I'll go vacuum the office. Why the fuck not? Okay. All right. Keep it. Okay.
Oh. Has that ever occurred to you? People out there, has that ever happened to you?
Where you're just like, okay.
I'm the douche today.
Yeah.
Like, did anyone else hear this? I'm not choosing to do this on my own. Yeah. What were we talking about?
Girl, we could have a whole conversation about bosses and choices now. But I think we were talking about the different sides of us that come out at work.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, and come out in life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I'm at a point in my life where I'm like, it doesn't matter what happens. Not that I don't get upset or not that I'm not, don't get stressed sometimes, whatever. But not to the degree that I ever have before in my life. Things just don't bother me anymore like they used to. And if they start to, it just immediately a calm comes over me and I'm like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love my life. I love myself. I love where I'm at in life. Like, I'm just at such peace and just tranquility and just happiness and like just everything, And so if people acting crazy at work, if they acting a fool up in the house, love you guys. If, I'm out on a date and someone acts like a jackass, like out in the store, out in public, out whatever, I'm just like, okay. Like, I have truly learned and truly, like, feel the energy of it has nothing to do with me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. I know I have off days, moments, whatever, too.
Right.
But when someone is going off on me or approaching me or just whatever they're saying to me has no bearing on whatever situation we're in at that time, I can literally feel like they are responding to something that has nothing to do with me.
Mm-hmm.
That has nothing to do with this situation. It's something other than this.
Yes.
Whether it's something that happened earlier today, anniversary or something that happened before.
Yep.
They had, got stuck in traffic. Like, whatever it is.
Just got home from a fight. Who knows?
Right? Yeah.
Had a fight before they came into work. Doesn't matter. It's not about...
And I can feel the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's amazing. It's like kind of like stepping outside of yourself, like you with your little views all over your body.
Oh.
But just like this thing where I'm like, this isn't about me. Like, and so I don't take it personal. Like, I just, okay. And even if it is directed at me, sometimes people just don't like me. I know it's a shocker.
I can't believe it.
I can't either because I am fucking perfect. But anyway, I digress. No, but like, even if it is directed at me or whatever, it still doesn't affect me. Because one, everyone is entitled to any opinion they have, including about me.
Mm-hmm.
People can have their own, we all have our own story. It's our own life.
Yeah.
So 100 of us could be in the exact same situation and have a totally different version of what happened.
Right.
From our perspective, you know? And so everyone is entitled to think anything they want. Like, someone else's opinion of me is none of my business. It isn't. I know it sounds crazy, but it's not.
No, it's really not. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, like, is this person in your life that often? Like, that kind of thing. Like,
even if they are.
Well,
I just feel that, like, everyone has the right to feel and think, believe, love, care, hate, like, whatever they want. Like, they have the right to do that. As long as they're not hurting anyone else. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I'm like...
Now, if a person was, like, attacking you verbally constantly, it's like, okay, well, maybe,
Well, then I need to do something to remove that from my life.
Well, what
I mean?
What I mean by that is, as long as they're not out there putting, like, really projecting it on you, like, coming to attack
it's not abusive.
Yeah, exactly. Where you feel threatened, like, spiritually or mentally, or emotionally.
I don't mean that. I just mean in incidences and things that occur, and girl, people talk to you crazy sometimes.
Girl.
And my number one thing that'll usually set me off, and you might not even know that inside I'm like, oh, fuck you. Mm-hmm. You might, but you probably won't, is when people talk to me like I'm stupid. That's my number one thing where I'm just like, have you lost your damn mind? And, the thing that people always say, no offense, but if you are half of my fucking age and you trying to come at me acting like I'm an idiot, I've never physically assaulted someone, but in my head, I have been throat punched you Now I'm like,
oh, really?
yes, do not talk to me like I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah. About stupid shit. You know?
Mm-hmm. I wish y'all could see the crazy eye right now.
But even that, I'm just like, I see that as you need to feel right about something.
Mm-hmm.
And you can have it. I don't care.
I feel like, not that you didn't have empathy before, but I feel like you're really operating from a place of like empathy and just acceptance of other people.
Mm-hmm.
And it has made things so much easier. Like, okay.
Yeah, because I don't mean it in any smart aleck way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean it in any I'm better than anybody else. It is not that at all. It's that
it's literally like I'm taking in what you are putting out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is where you're at. Okay, that's not about me. Thank you so much. Okay.
And I don't feel any need to lash out at anyone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel any need to defend myself. I just feel like we are truly all human beings going through a human experience, trying to do the best that we can and be the best we can. We all have different trauma, different celebrations, different experiences, different moments. And so I'm not taking any of it to heart anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And on the flip side of it, I'm also just loving everything about life more. You know? It's just like, okay. And I wonder if it comes to that where you accept yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And if you accept yourself, you have to accept everyone else.
I think it's a form of like self-forgiveness too.
Yeah, because I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
I have moments.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen my moments.
We all have moments. Yeah. But yeah, I think it's almost a form of like self-love. To be like, okay.
Yeah.
All right. And like it almost sounds sarcastic unless if you've been in that place before of really just accepting people for who they are.
Yes.
The good, the bad, the ugly.
Yes, and I'm like, and everyone is just such a beautiful, like, just a beautiful person. Like, just everyone is doing the best they can. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, this one moment, like, why get so stressed out over it? Trust me, I'm 47 years old. I barely remember what I did a month ago, much less what I ate or who pissed me off. You know what I mean? Now, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, I'd be like, if I could tell you what job I was in. Like,
well, I mean, as humans, we have such a short attention span, too. Like, also, life's too short to hold all those grudges.
yeah, it's just like, it eats you up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not hurting anyone but you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, the number one thing you cannot escape from is your own mind.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like...
And half the time, you don't even remember the thing that made you mad in the first place.
No, and it's an energy. It's a feeling. It's not necessarily a situational thing. We make it a situational thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm upset it must be someone's fault. Sometimes, even if it's my fault. You know, like I'm mad at me. Or, you know, someone cut me off in traffic. Or, you know, I didn't get this raise. Or, you know, my... significant other, you know, forgot my birthday or whatever. Like, we're all human beings. Things happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And you're allowed and should feel any feelings that you feel. But it doesn't mean that someone else has to be wrong or that you are not good enough or any of those things. It doesn't have to be a negative thing. You know? I told you I was at work today. And, there was a lot of estrogen in the air. Like, there's a lot of us women. And I don't know if it was a full moon. Like, I don't know what it was. But it was just like everybody was a little bit off, right? Mm-hmm. And I was just feeling that energy. And I was like, I need to remove myself from this situation just for a moment or two. Just to kind of shake it off.
Yeah.
You know? And come back in with a different attitude in myself. And I did, and walked out for a few minutes and came back in, and it was just like I felt so much better. You know, because I was able to come back in and look at it a different way. Mm-hmm. And no one was doing anything wrong. It's like, it was just this kind of like nervous energy.
That
just
anticipation.
Like, yeah, it was during a really, really busy time. Yeah. And like things were going crazy and stuff. But everybody was doing it awesome. It was just like this kind of like frenzied energy. Yeah.
And then you also got to think about the energy of the people coming through the drive-thru. Everybody's like demanding something, wanting something, you know, like really, that kind of energy can like kind of seep into you as well.
Mm-hmm. And so it was like I just had to take a moment, and then just the like I just like, all right, it's all good.
I just think about like I wish I could remember this guy's name, but I think about it so often. He's like, you can start your day over any time, right? So I'm like, well, look at this morning. 12:47 rolled around.
Oh, why you got 2 hours sleep?
Why I got 2 hours of sleep. My nephew clogged up the toilet. And I had recently got rid of the plunger because who knows how long it had been around. And I was like, that's just one of those things to me that like needs to be replaced. You know, like kind of semi-often, like, yeah, like it gets clean, but I don't know. It's just, it goes in the toilet. It's a whole thing for me, right?
Yeah.
So I got rid of it. Yeah. Anyway. And I didn't replace it because I just forgot. Whatever. Moved on with my life. Well.
Then you had a young male move into your home.
Yes.
Who's a grown-ass man.
Yes. Who has already clogged the toilet once. And I was able to get it unclogged without any drama. Well, he clogged it this morning, and then at 12:47, he opens my door. Now, mind you, I have only been asleep for an hour.
Yes, and mind you, stores aren't open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week anymore. Anyway.
So, I'm operating on 1 hour of sleep, right? And he's like, do we have a plunger? And I was like, if we do, it's out in the garage. And he's like, okay. Didn't have the plunger. So, he woke me up twice in one night, mind you. My insomnia is immediately kicked in. You've woken me up twice in 1 hour. The anxiety has spiked. The insomnia is now awake. Because clearly shit is popping off and I don't need to sleep. You're
going to be such an awesome mom.
In my brain.
You think 2 times in one night's a big deal? Oh, just wait.
Well, usually Fracas wakes me up a lot, but it's like more like of a subtle, like she just wants to be held or cuddled. So like I can usually go back to sleep in a moment like that. But this MFer needs some things from me. Mm-hmm. So anyway, I can't go back to sleep. I'm just chilling. Around 4:30 in the morning, I have finally decompressed enough. I've already gone on a drive, gone to get gas.
You went on a drive?
Oh yeah, girl. I couldn't sleep.
You left the house?
I left the house.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Went on a drive, got gas in my car, put air in my tires because it just got really cold in Tennessee and the air pressure dropped. And the way my car is built, for some reason, it always does that. Yeah, nothing's wrong with the tires, nothing's wrong with the car. It's just for some reason they lose air pressure. Whatever. Get back home. I've peed because I can't pee in my own toilet. That started the initial, like, I have to pee and I'm not going to go pee outside. I just can't do it, right?
I did not know you were up all night driving the streets of Clarksville.
Yeah. I wasn't, like, out for very long, like maybe 30 minutes tops.
Were you driving by all the ex's house?
No, I really didn't go far. But I got back home. I was late. I watched an episode of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Of course you did.
Because, new season 3 started.
Oh, did it?
Drag Race UK. I love my UK girls. It's for the bibs. Anyway, watch that around 4:30. Take my little cute ass to sleep. Alarm goes off at 5:30 because I'm like, you best believe I'm going to be the first bitch up in Walmart trying to get a plunger and a snake.
I know. I was on the phone with you. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yep. Girl, I was
going to Wally World.
I was at Walmart at 6:01. They open at 6 o'clock.
I love you so much.
I got everything I needed. And, but one of the beautiful things that I think is great about me, I'm going to compliment myself
So
a little
many
bit.
things. Go ahead.
Is I'm like a toddler. I get really mad, but then I'm over it so fast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Girl, I was up in Walmart. I wasn't even mad about the plunger anymore.
I know you found a pink waffle iron.
I
was on
found
the
a
phone
waffle
with you.
iron. I found a grilled cheese maker. I was like, shit, I'm going to make this a trip. I'm going to have a good time at the Walmart.
You did. You got bags over there.
That I still haven't organized. I found candy. I got popcorn. I got plates for my fall dinner I'm going to be hosting soon.
For your birthday.
For my birthday party. But I was like, you know what? I'll make this fun. This is time in the morning where I don't have any obligations, nothing.
Right? Oh, yeah, because you just recently got a lot of free time.
Yeah, I recently got into free. That can be a whole episode within itself about things you learn at a job. Let me tell you.
And what's the last podcast we did? What makes you stay?
Girl. I feel like we should just save that for another podcast.
To be continued.
To be
That'll
continued.
Be the next one. Yes, when you haven't had as much brownie.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm really not even feeling the brownie so much anymore. I'm telling you, I sobered up about pretty much right before you came in. I was still kind of like, I was like coming out of it.
Yes. Now you're angry Smurf. You're like, it's not the brownie, I'm giant. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go? You're like, no. I'm like, no. Okay.
That was, I'm coming out of the brownie and now the exhaustion is like moving in.
Yeah.
So it's like, it was a weird little like pressure dip.
Yeah. I feel like it's the epitome of what I was talking about. I'm like, it's not me.
Oh no, it's not about you at all. This is just manic energy of like, oh, mind you, I went to the mall this morning.
Yes.
After all that.
After all, I don't know what was up with you.
I was already up. I tried to lay down for a nap. Couldn't relax. I've tried to nap all day today.
Girl, anytime, anywhere, I could go to sleep. I could go to sleep right now.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Anytime, anywhere. And you know, if it takes me longer than 2 minutes, like literally 120 seconds, I'm just like, fuck, what's wrong? Because literally, I lay my head down, my pretty little head, and I'm just like, out.
I have to exhaust myself.
Mm-hmm. I said to breathe deep. I'm like, that's called peace. I don't give a fuck. Is it nap time? I have to set alarms. I have to set an alarm for my alarm, like, because I will sleep. Yep. And I do not have narcolepsy. I'm not falling asleep in the middle of shit.
So she says.
Okay, that's happened a couple times, but there's been reasons. Like, you look so cute, little hoodie on.
Thank you. I wore this because I'm like, ooh, I can just get, right. I've already showered everything.
Good for you.
I am clean. I am ready. Feeling good. I showered. That was also part of the sobering up, as I got in the shower.
Before I came over?
Yeah.
Sweet. It's very kind of you.
Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Yes. So.
To be continued about what happened with my with my job. I feel like there's always something with my job. I promise
Not anymore. No.
I'm a stable human being.
So stable.
Yeah, but
Anyway.
Love you guys. Mean it. Hope you've enjoyed this very
ADD on a brownie trip.
Here we are.
Here we are. Cheers.
I feel like you guys have gotten a glimpse into like a real Aurora and Nicole conversation of just like whatever rabbit hole we have found. Like,
you know what? And here's the thing. I hope that, you're able to let go of anything that doesn't have anything to do with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't, I hope that there is a CBD brownie waiting for you to help you
Let me tell you.
Right.
I could
to where you can see all the colors, like
girl,
Aurora.
It was like my teeth. Like I could like. I had the brownie. Let me tell you about the first stage of this brownie. I was going on a journey. Let me tell you.
You were.
I was like, okay, I really want something sweet. So then I had some little chocolate pumpkins. It had like crisp in it, and I could taste the air in the chocolate. That's where I was at.
I love you so much.
Like all
Have
of
you
my
tasted air lately?
Yeah, no, legitimately, like I could like feel the pockets of air in the taste of the. It was the. I was like, I am so high right now.
Or autistic.
One or the other. There's no in between.
My children would say.
I can taste the air.
Yes.
Yeah, that is some shit they would say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, I do have autistic children, so
Yeah.
I can say that.
Is that the point where I didn't remember taking out my contacts and the world was blurry and I thought it was just because I was high? I had forgotten that I had taken the contacts out and not put my glasses on.
That seems legit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That happens to me.
That doesn't seem that weird. Where you were looking at me and talking to me about the little people that you were seeing that were you that were coming out of your body. And you were looking at me like I was crazy because I was like, what?
No, it's no. I didn't.
Who were the people? And you said me.
No,
what?
It's like I wish I could draw it for. I'm gonna draw it for you, and I feel like it'll explain it. But
In
it wasn't
head,
like
it's a whole dance mantra.
No, it's not like that. Like it's imagine the colors of color theory, like the magenta, the yellow, and the cyan.
Mm-hmm.
That
I don't even know what the fuck cyan is.
It's blue.
Look, Five Butters.
Is that a Five Butters situation?
That was completely.
My bad.
How the fuck would I know what cyan is?
Because you've worked in an office before.
What does an office have to do with
the printer colors? That's all color theory.
I hate you so much right now.
What?
It's black or white, color or not color, like.
Yeah, but like when you do
us people out there who are not, we'll go with artistic.
Oh, rude.
Do not know that.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Five Butters.
Five Butters.
I
got this.
See you.
I got this weird thing about color. I've always had this really weird thing about color. Have I told you about the color test I used to give?
Mm-mm.
I feel like this says a lot about me. My dad will appreciate this story. So when I was younger, I used to be obsessed with colors, and I used to know every single color in the crayon box, like memorized all.
Are we talking about the 8 or the 64?
96.
Bitch done jumped over me. 96. Okay, honey.
The sheer level of happiness I felt when my parents got me the 96 pack of Crayola crayons and I could learn new colors. Girl.
I didn't even know there was a 96.
You couldn't tell me shit. There's a 128 pack too and you used to know those too. Anyway. And I used to get all my crayons out and I would spread them out and I would organize them in red to purple order. Brown to yellow. Like all of it.
Why am I not surprised at all?
So anyway, I used to give color tests where I would swatch, like do a little example of the color, and I expected other people to know the exact name of the crayon like I did. And I would give my mom and my brother and my dad tests, and they had to pass it.
What happened if they didn't?
Nothing. Oh, I told them they couldn't play with my tea set. It was the ultimate.
How old were you?
I did this for a really long time. Probably, I mean, as long as I can remember. Probably till I was about 8.
How old were you when you started?
4.
So how did you know all the colors? Your parents told you the colors?
I learned how to read really young.
I could read at 4 too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that magenta or anything like that was on my word list.
I was just always obsessed with it. It's always something I really connected with. Like color. I used to be able to pick out movies without seeing the box.
You're not disproving my theory.
What? About the autism? The obsession about a certain stimuli?
Yeah, and topic that no one else is really fucking interested in.
Nobody else gets
that
it.
You will talk about, go on and on and on, and then test the people on.
Yeah. I'm genuinely...
You're sounding a little spectrum.
I told you.
That comes from a place of love.
It's the ADHD.
Oh, okay.
It's that too.
I don't know if that goes with that.
No, I'm just saying.
I have ADHD, and I am racking my brain trying to see if there was anything that I was ever obsessed with like that, and I'm going, no, there's nothing. Mm-hmm. Hunter had dinosaurs, right? Nicholas had definitely games and stuff, but it wasn't just like I'm a gamer, like I know everything. No, it was like everything. And then like guns, being military and stuff, like had never ever held a gun, seen a gun, anything in real life, but just became obsessed and learned every single thing you possibly learned about a gun or da-da-da. You know what I mean? And then it was like Russia for a while. Yeah. And you just
colors. To the point where I couldn't use certain dividers in school because they weren't in color order. Like, genuinely irked me when I would see it in a binder. Because it's not...
Nobody's ever mentioned autism to you before?
Huh?
Nobody's ever mentioned autism to
No! That's some white people shit. No.
Oh my god! That is so fucked up and so true. We have to put a name to everything.
Everything.
And y'all are just like,
that's just how she
you just
is.
need to get right. Yeah.
She just needs to get her shit together. She ain't hurting nobody.
I ain't got time for that. Oh. She just needed a little extra time. Just don't put that color next to that color. We'd be all right.
We'll be all right. I didn't impose it on other people.
No, but for you could not continue until it was right.
Yeah.
You are still like that.
Yeah.
And I love every part of you.
It's fine.
It is. Okay.
Yes. I do tend to organize by color still.
Yes.
To this day. Certain things take precedent over color.
Music?
No. Things be in alphabetical order.
Oh, no, not the alphabetical order.
God.
God, every time we talk about that, it just makes me cringe.
I love it.
Didn't you do your movies in
Yes.
alphabetical order?
Yes. I have a whole pile right there that I haven't organized yet that needs to go in my little movie binder that's alphabetical order.
I'm ready to pull the blanket up over my head.
Does that hurt your feelings?
It doesn't hurt my feelings. It's not mine. You can do whatever you want to do.
But I'm just saying, like, that, like, I'm like, okay.
I would never have that in my home. Ever.
It makes it so much easier to find things.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No, because then it has to go back like that. Like,
Just leave it. I'll do it.
No. I like my stuff kind of wickety wackety. And you like your stuff. Yes, my precious. Just like, it has to be in a certain way.
Yeah.
That's cute. I love that about you.
It is what it is.
It is. You're perfect.
I wouldn't say that. I mean,
You are. You're the perfect Aurora.
I just... no one's ever talked to you about the spectrum. No.
To be continued.
Oh gosh, the official diagnosis, let me tell you. How much time we got?
It's gonna be a thing. We're going to talk to someone who specializes in diagnosis, and I'm gonna be like, in your professional opinion,
What she got?
winky winky. According to you, as a white person, what would you
What would you assign as my personal problem?
I love you.
I love you too. I make white people jokes. I am white people, all right?
Mm-hmm.
I've earned the right to white people jokes.
Oh, if anyone has, you have. Yes.
Yeah.
Plus, I love you. You can say anything you want to me.
Same.
Right?
Fist bump. Anyway.
Wonder Twin Power activate. All right. Well, have a super fabulous, amazing day.
Mm-hmm.
We love you.
Yep. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Leave a comment down below. I don't know what I was going to say, but it wasn't going to be subscribe. I was like, oh, that's not right.
Right? Leave a comment.
Leave a comment down below.
Right?
What you want us to talk about.
We down with it.
Down to clown, my guy.
Yes. All right.
Always.
Peace out.
A-town down.
Deuces.
Bye.
Bye.
Ooh, girl, we ended right on the time.
Was it like 40 minutes?
No, 1 minute to spare. I told you I was done at midnight. It's midnight now. We're stopping.